So we are back, and we are here to discuss on our first podcast of 2020. We're going to be talking about all of the fallout from Wrestlekingdom 14. We're going to be talking about the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. We're going to be talking about CM Punk and The Miz getting into a Twitter beef, and we're going to preview another busy weekend of wrestling with NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool 2, as well as Impact Hard to Kill. So it is me, your Tru Heel Phenom SP3. To my left is the lovely, the beautiful, the princess of the Tru Heels herself, Miss Chrissy Love. And to my far left, the returning, and now he is fully healthy. He never gave up, and he is fully in recovery. The Titans representative himself, Top Guy JJ.
Tighten up, bitches! Let's go! Listen, I know I'm just gonna say you're welcome in advance to getting them smug-ass Patriots out of the playoffs, ending the era of Brady and Belichick, because it's over! It is over! You're welcome.
No one thought you would win, guys.
Yeah.
No one except anybody that donned the baby blue and the red and the navy blue. Tighten up!
I think that was just you.
I don't care. Tighten up! I'm loud enough for all of us.
Yes, you are. I agree. So yes, we got to talk about a lot to get into, but first of all, we go through our... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It took long enough.
No. Listen, that was about the Titans in the beginning. You know, the Titans and how amazing Miss Chrissy looked. You know, I mean, now, you know, we just got to get back down to business.
Yeah,
you know?
back to brass tacks, and you being the resident Tru Heel alcoholic, of course. But we're going to go through our Tru Heel roll call to start off this show, as we always do. We're going to talk about our conversation starters from our Tru Heels group page, as well as those that's supporting us on our YouTube channel, as well as on social media. Our top 3 conversation starters on the Tru Heels group page. Number 3, behind 3 counts, NK. Coming in at number 2, the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. Shouts out to him. He just received his special Tru Heels t-shirt through the mail finally after him being a conversation starter for our 50th episode. And of course, coming in at number 1, the true face of the Tru Heels group page, Steve Salvage. Steve Salvage, your t-shirt is on the way. If Nick got his, yours is coming shortly.
You know what? The best comment of the entire show already so far has come from Austin.
What do you say?
Prediction on Tru Heel Heat 59.
Well,
Titans 24-20 over the Ravens on Saturday night.
Whoa.
Best comment of the show already.
Whoa. That's quite the bold prediction.
Right, Austin doesn't even like you.
You know what? He's come on board because he's thankful that we knocked the goddamn Patriots out, and this is all in the rules because he didn't want the Patriots to pass the Steelers in all-time championship.
Yeah. Ulterior motive.
I get it. No, I get
Ulterior
the
motive.
But shit, I'm all on board with the motive if it helps us.
Hey, as long as it helps you, right? Selfish. Anyway, couple of Tru Heels that we got to shout out. James Wims. We got to... our producer didn't like that. We got to also shout out Carlos Navarra, Nick, Steve Knock, Tom Carr, and Brittany Condridge. We got to shout out a couple of our YouTube subscribers. We had Random IG, and then BJ Reynoso, Martez R, and Robin Davis, and...
You botched that.
What?
Maritza R.
That's
okay. My mom.
Oh, wow. Shouts out to Romeo's mom. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize for botching your name.
He came back.
Yeah, he spoke up for that.
Once you offended him, you know.
Absolutely.
You have to strike, man.
You gotta offend them to speak up. And a new show review is coming to our YouTube channel from Jay News. Jay News joined us on Tru Heel Heat over a year ago at the start of 2019. He is a die-hard New Japan Pro Wrestling fan, and he's going to be giving us a special show review for New Japan Pro Wrestling New Year's Dash, and that's going to be coming to the YouTube channel this week. A big shout out to Joe Kim Morales, like we started the show, and Mark Adam Haggerty for joining us on Tru Heel Heat 58, as well as the entire Battle Club Pro family for their One For All show in New Jersey this past Saturday. It was a jam-packed house in New Jersey. It seemed like it was sold out, and a couple of great matches. Jessica Havoc versus Nick Gage in a fans bring your own weapons, anything goes match that was crazy.
How many weapons did they bring? What did they do?
I saw a door. A door was used at one point. Yes, an actual door was used at one point. They used the chairs. They actually used fans during this match. It was insane. It was crazy. It was great.
Wait, you said they used fans?
Yes, they used fans as weapons.
They use like a wrestling fan or an actual like air fan?
No, like a wrestling fan as a weapon.
Wow.
Wait, how? Can you like elaborate a little
swing
bit?
You swing a fan like a bat, and it becomes a weapon.
Holy shit.
Yes, it was crazy. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and a huge thanks to Jessica Havoc. She did a special interview with one of our contributors to our YouTube channel, Ness from Ness ST. He did a great interview with her. That's going to be up on our YouTube channel coming up this week, as well as Jessica Havoc gave us a huge shout out for our big, huge viewing party this coming Sunday, January 12th at Love Story Bar in Brooklyn, New York. If you're in the tri-state area, you need to join us for Impact Hard to Kill viewing party hosted by us, the Tru Heel Heat gang, the hosts, and the lovely Miss Chrissy Love will be hosting an all-female podcast. We call it Ladies Revolution Tru Heel Heat 60, hosted by herself as well as Jenna from the Mixed Tag Show. So are you ready? You're ready to take the reins once again of the Tru Heel Heat car?
I stay ready. What are you talking about?
She was born ready. She had to change her name to Chrissy. And we gotta hear from the spotlight in the Tru Heels. Let's hear from you guys to kick off 2020 before we get into our top news.
Chris G says JJ repping Tannehill Mania.
I'm actually going with the Tana Thrill Ride.
Tana Thrill Ride. Wow.
Tannehill Mania just doesn't ring a bell for me. I'm just going with the Tana Thrill Ride.
Just say thanks.
He can't do that.
No.
He's not a simple man.
Wait. Listen, I just shouted out like good comments and stuff, and that came from Chris. That's my guy. Like saying thank you is not our way of our way of saying thanks to each other is sharing a drink.
Okay.
Not his way.
No problem.
Anything else?
And Nick Jackson says, "Bring on the alcohol."
Absolutely, Nate Jackson. I hope you are watching with a cup in your hand as well.
Salud.
Cheers to you. We are still celebrating.
Happy New Year to
We're
all
still
the heels.
celebrating
Salud,
New Year's.
everybody.
Salud to all.
Salud, let's go.
Gotta get Romeo in
Tru
here.
Heels
Yes.
for 2020,
Yes.
baby.
Absolutely.
Bigger and better.
Drink it
Let's
in.
go.
We're going to celebrate a big 2020, and we got to kick off the year. We're going to be talking about Wrestle Kingdom 14. It was 2 nights for the first time ever in the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan on January 4th, January 5th, and then we had all of the fallout for New Year's Dash on January 6th. But of course, the biggest news coming out of Wrestle Kingdom was Tetsuya Naito defeating Jay White on night 1, Switchblade Jay White, for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, winning it for a 5th time. And then on night 2, in a classic over 35-minute battle between him and Kazuchika Okada, finally, he has defeated Okada at the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship on night 2 on January 5th. And he is the first ever double IWGP champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling history. So JJ, I know you and me, we've kind of gone along with this journey with Naito. We were here, I think just a few days after Wrestle Kingdom 12 when he lost in 2018. So to now 2 years later, him finally defeating Okada and becoming the first ever double champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. What was your thoughts on that?
I mean, first of all, Wrestle Kingdom 14, phenomenal show. It was a phenomenal show. I mean, the fact that it was, all right, 2 nights. It's like, damn, it felt 12 hours of content.
I was dead tired the night 2.
So
I picked and choose which matches I was going to take a nap for.
Right.
Like Goto versus Kenta, I'm sorry. I watched it later in the day on Sunday, but I napped during that match live so I could stay up for the final 2 matches on the second night.
Yeah, and I so it was kind of like bittersweet for me because, yes, I was happy as hell to see Naito finally get something that we've been clamoring for the better part of 2 years. but I did want to see the rise of Kota Ibushi. Like, I wanted to see it, but I completely understand it. I completely understand it because Kota can start to get his dominant push by the G1 Climax Series, and then it could probably lead to something for even Wrestle Kingdom 15. Like, the journeys for New Japan is second to none, so I don't argue against their decisions, but it's just in the moment, what I wanted to see was the rise of Kota, but seeing Naito finally get that glorified moment to become the first ever IWGP double champion, you can't, it was just a phenomenal thing to see. And the show, I mean, like I said, I liked the show overall, and great way to start 2020. Thank God, because the shit that we've been getting over the past few weeks in other places.
It's okay. What was your thoughts on Naito winning the double title gold? You're more of like a newer fan to New Japan, more of
I've only just seen like snippets of it, like highlights. I was mad Jay White, you know.
You wanted the Switchblade to win?
I mean, I like the Switchblade, so you know.
You hate the
Switchblade?
Yeah, exactly.
Switch channel.
Wow. See, like,
Not everybody's a fan of the Switchblade.
I see.
He's a true heel.
But,
he's not supposed to be liked.
Well, yeah, this is also true. But I'm excited for him. He has 2 belts, which is really, really cool. Anyone that gets 2 belts is kind of hot. So.
But if you realize, like, both Switchblade and Kota are both still really young in wrestling terms.
Yeah.
So their time is coming.
Right.
Their dominance, you can see it. Like, those are like the guys that's like right underneath
the rising
them.
star. Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
right at the cusp of it. Like, they have already been bought into. They're sold on.
Mm-hmm.
People believe in their content. That's why they were put in such mega spots for their biggest show of the year. But they're coming. They're coming.
What's the one, his entrance that he had with the waterfall?
What, Okada?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's one of the greatest
That-
big show
and his
entrances
outfit,
I've ever
his ring
seen.
gear?
Yeah, the glow in the dark
What?
robe, yes.
I am a sucker for glow in the dark stuff now. First of all, that's number 1. 2, I mean, he had the little, like, what was their budget?
Well, I'm just gonna say this.
That was-
Since you bring him up, I'm gonna say this because it's been a talk ever since Wrestle Kingdom weekend, ever since the 2 nights. I think Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer, Vinny from Wrestling Observer said it. So I'm gonna join them, and I'm gonna join this brigade, and I want to know what you guys think about it. I'm gonna agree with them. After these 2 nights, after seeing Kazuchika Okada go almost 40 minutes with Kota Ibushi in one of the best main event matches I've ever seen in my life.
Incredible.
Then the story of the Naito always getting defeated by Okada, always coming up short to Okada, and Okada just in that matchup, he just showed, okay, I'm very confident. No, he's very hesitant at first. Then later on in the matchup, he's very confident because he's dominated Naito for so long. Then he becomes desperate when he sees that Naito is not getting defeated by the usual stuff that he's been beat by. He gets desperate. Then he becomes exhausted. Then he becomes tired. Just the facial expressions of this man. I'm gonna say it right here. I'm gonna say it right now. Tru Heel Heat 59, January 9th, 2020, Kazuchika Okada is the greatest professional wrestler in the history of professional wrestling.
Like all time?
All time. Ric Flair, better than him. Hulk Hogan, better than him. It doesn't matter. Shawn Michaels, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles,
Daniel Bryan
Hiromu
does not
Takahashi.
go in that category
Yes,
at
yes,
all.
he's one of the greats. He's one of the greats. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. It doesn't matter.
Daniel Bryan does not belong in that category. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Daniel Bryan does not belong in there. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. That shit does not go in that. DB does not belong there.
So,
Nope.
first of
Nope.
all,
You can say everyone else you just said in that category except him. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit what anybody gotta fucking say. No fucking way. Thank
Wow,
you.
I mean, listen,
No fucking way.
Listen, you know that came from like solar plexus.
No.
That came from like here. You know that part before your lung starts to spread? That's where it came from. That shit came from here.
I named him in a long list of people that are great professional wrestlers.
And you absolutely did.
He's a great professional wrestler.
No, I completely I get his point, and I'm gonna call this right now. I do think that with that we need to hot topic this label. That would probably need like its own long segment itself on a whole episode.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a long debate because that is not something we can answer in the top news section of it.
I agree.
Nor can
but
we come back to that.
who has had the amount of great matches than this man?
Not Daniel Bryan. You cannot put him
Daniel
in.
Bryan. Yes, he has. Ring of Honor, he had great matches. WWE,
Oh,
he
you
had
go
great
all the
matches.
way back. Okay,
Yes,
fine,
he's had
whatever.
great matches his whole career. He's one of the greats.
It's too much, man. It's too much to respond back to because you're going back to you're going back to the Ric Flairs, you're going back to the Shawn Michaels, you're going back to the AJ Styles and all the companies that he has been in. It's more of the acquired taste. That's your taste. That's your favorite. That's wonderful. But I think one, we need a poll. Second, we need to respond to all of this stuff.
Literally, the only one that makes a legit argument
to you.
No, the only one that makes it's
you.
not to me legit argument as far as like having the great matches that Okada has had, having an impact on the business as well as his promotion.
See, I'm gonna flip
and being able to exude being a star. It's Ric Flair. They're legit. That's the only person that you can make a legitimate, logical argument against Okada.
The fact that you named all of these people and the fact that you didn't even say the name of Bret the Hitman Hart. Because
Bret the Hart doesn't rank up to Kazuchika Okada. That's laughable.
You're not getting the point. Is that you're living in the moment of now when people have been watching wrestling for over 40 years. So the fact
Bret Hart never was a draw.
You're taking this guy and you're now you've catapulted him over every wrestler that ever existed.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Bret Hart was never a draw. Bret Hart never drawn a fucking dime. Fuck him. He's never drawn a fucking dime. That's a part of the whole wrestling thing. To be the greatest wrestler of all time, you have to draw. You have to draw. That's simple.
No, fuck you.
You do. You do.
Out of your fucking mind. The fact that you could just sit here and just abnormally just dismiss one of the greatest ever because of your opinion?
It's not my opinion. He didn't draw. That's a fact.
No.
That's a fact. He never drew. He never drew. He never drew.
Now, do y'all see what
that's
I mean?
A fact.
We need a
that's
whole,
a fact.
We need a whole episode.
But that's a fact. No. Say a fact that goes against that fact. When has Bret Hart drawn?
So wait. So we're talking
WCW, WWE, Canadian Stampede. The nigga never drew.
Okay, so first of all, he's not a nigga.
The Canigga never drew. The nigga never drew.
I have to.
You're considering him now. You're bringing numbers into this,
because that's a part of the whole spectrum of being the greatest wrestler of all time. The reason why Hulk Hogan is the most known wrestler is because he was the top draw.
You said performer.
No, I said greatest professional wrestler in the history of professional wrestling. To be the greatest professional wrestler in the history of professional wrestling, yes, you have to draw. That's a part of the whole game. You have to talk. You have to exude a star power. You have to draw. You have to have an impact on your business and your company. And Bret Hart never did that.
You
say a fact that goes against that. Say something that goes against that.
Bret Hart has never had an impact on the company.
Business-wise, not really.
Bret Hart carried the WWF in its worst years.
And that's why he's considered one of the worst draws ever.
Years when everybody
and that's why he's considered one of the worst draws ever.
At the same time when they lost Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, they lost all of their main eventers. And
wait. Who stepped up to do that? Shawn Michaels, not Bret.
And Bret.
Yeah, not just Bret. It wasn't just Bret. It wasn't just Bret. It wasn't just Bret. While Okada has been the main one carrying this company. That's the difference. That's the difference between Bret and Okada. That's the
apples and oranges now, friend.
It's not working for me. It's just not working for me as of yet.
I'm waiting for a fact to be brought
let's
up.
go on to the next one.
I'm waiting for. Let's hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels about this.
Izzy says Naito deserves that shit. Who better than Naito to fulfill his destino?
Absolutely, I agree. Izzy, good call.
Tru Heel Ness says Ibushi is going to turn heel.
I don't see that. I think it's just he's showing a more aggressive side.
And Chris G says SP3 got a point, but that's why I put Austin and Flair over. Austin the biggest draw at the hottest period, and Flair drew worldwide. I don't think Okada has more of a global reach than Ric Flair.
I agree. That's why I said I agree with you, Chris. The only one that has a legit argument because he drew for a longer time and he has as many or more great matches than him is Ric Flair.
And
Ric Flair,
can draw people to come to
it's
come
Ric
down.
Flair versus Okada to me for the greatest wrestler of all time. But in my eyes, I didn't see Ric Flair really in his prime. When I started watching wrestling, Ric Flair was in his late 30s to his early 40s. He was already going out of his prime. I saw the tail end of his prime into the late stages of his career. While Okada, I saw him go from a guy who was dressed up like the Green fucking Hornet in TNA, and then 10 years later, he's considered the greatest wrestler of the decade. That, like, legitimately in sports or in entertainment, the only like progression I've seen that's comparable to Okada going from a bust to one of the greatest wrestlers of all time is Steph Curry going from a bust to changing the NBA. Legit.
Wow.
That's the only comparison that I can see the two. So that's why I say Kazuchika Okada, the greatest wrestler of the decade, and quite possibly the greatest wrestler of all time. So, we got to talk about more from Wrestle Kingdom.
Agree to disagree. So.
Yeah, exactly. Naito did not get to finish off the night in the Tokyo Dome on night 2, being glorious. Yes, it was Kenta. Kenta attacked him at the end of the show to basically set himself up as the first challenger for the double IWGP Gold. What are your thoughts, JJ? I know you've had mixed feelings as far as Kenta in New Japan, from him coming into New Japan, and now him being the lead heel going against Tetsuya Naito as the new IWGP double champion. What was your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm still on the fence because I think it's more of just him proving his health for me, because it's just that he's been so unreliable health-wise that now he's going to get put into this big role and being one of the top heels in the entire company. Now, I've never had a problem with his wrestling ability. I've never had a problem with his persona. I've always just had a problem with somebody that just, listen, this is a tough this is a tough business, and he has been having some really horrendous luck. So it's been hard to believe and follow somebody that is just in, out, in, out, in, out. He has proven over the past year to remain healthy. So if he can remain healthy, it's easier to now start to follow and believe in him. So his character, I love it. What he's doing, I love it. I'm just hoping that the damn man stays healthy long enough for us to see this through. That's all I'm asking. That's all I hope for. But other than that, he's been phenomenal. He has definitely proven me wrong for the entire time that he's been in New Japan.
I mean, honestly, he's gone 0 to 100 from where he was in WWE and 205 Live to where he is in New Japan now.
Please, don't even bring it up.
Well, I'm just saying, just gotta bring it up.
God.
But a couple of other.
What's his name in WWE?
Hideo Itami. I don't even. I could barely remember it. So yes, on night 1, Ibushi versus Okada was a classic 39-minute matchup. Probably, I would say, up there 1 or 2 for the best matches of the weekend. We had Hiromu Takahashi defeating Will Ospreay to become the IWGP Junior Heavyweight champion in a fantastic matchup right there. Probably Hiromu versus Ospreay or Ibushi versus Okada was the match of the entire Wrestle Kingdom weekend. Chris Jericho defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi closes the AEW Forbidden Door. What do you think about the whole controversy as far as like the AEW Championship appearing on Wrestle Kingdom? The whole talks about an AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling partnership, and
I did hear about that.
And now it's seemingly being closed because Hiroshi Tanahashi, basically, if he won, he would have got a shot at the AEW Championship. But now that he lost, that door has been closed. What are your thoughts on a potential AEW New Japan partnership, Prissy?
Give some more heat to the company, I guess. Give it some more oomph that it needs, I guess you want to say. Because I feel like the torch is like kind of like dimming on it a little bit on AEW per se. But let's see, bring it on. Let's see what happens.
Wait and see. I'm sure that it's going to be interesting over the next.
I'm sure they're coming with some type of agreement.
For the next year, it's going to be a question that's kind of like up in the air. I don't think it's going to happen in the next couple of months. It is going to be a longer story, but I was very interested in the fact that the AEW Championship did appear at Wrestle Kingdom.
On another person's brand, so that was pretty cool.
Honestly,
and he wasn't dressed like his usual self. He dressed
as the Painmaker.
Right. Not a Le Champion.
Exactly. So, and the fact that, you had Chris Jericho wearing the AEW World Championship. Also, earlier in the night, you had, the night earlier in the night, you had Dragon Lee wearing the ROH TV Championship. Literally, the commentators made such a big deal about Chris Jericho wearing the AEW Championship. It was like, who are you in a partnership with? Because when Dragon Lee came out with the ROH TV title, it was like, oh, he's also wearing the ROH TV title. That was it. That was the only line they had about him wearing that TV title.
It's Chris Jericho. Like,
there's so much less care in this partnership with ROH now. I mean,
right.
There's no it's gonna get to the point where
no one's gonna say anything.
Like there's no benefits to partner with these guys anymore. It's gonna get to that point, and the door is already open. The door is already open. The fact that championship belt appeared on their biggest show of the year, the door is already open. The only thing I just don't like about it, call me one of the minorities on this one. I hate the Young Bucks approach on this. Like, why? I just hate the passive shit. Like, I just, yo, dude.
What they do?
Just maybe like bash them or sell them short or something. They're just so generic about it. And that's just, like I said, it's just my opinion. It just feels like what Chris Jericho is like starting and trying to get the fans enticed about it. Like, the Young Bucks aren't bad guys, but they're just dumbing it down so much. Like, they're like, oh, there's nothing open, there's nothing happening. And it just, there are certain things that you want to get revved up for and feel really excited about. And what Chris Jericho said after his title match, or his non-title match with the Ace, it was like, all right, something that you might not be too inclined, like, I didn't care too much about the partnership when it first started. But now it's like, yo, imagine what can happen with this. Like, imagine what can happen. It's like, oh, nothing's happening.
Well, they want to be more transparent, being executive vice presidents. They don't want to feed it. Because Chris Jericho is a performer. He's the champion. He has nothing to do with the business side of AEW. That's what he said in his post-show interview. He was like, I'm not a decision maker here. As the Young Bucks are decision makers and they like to have more of a transparent relationship with the fans, they are now trying to be more honest with the fans. So by them trying to, as you say, wrap it up, they would be dishonest to the fans when there really has not been any communication between AEW and New Japan. There hasn't been any talks. Although AEW is happy that Chris Jericho got them exposure by having the AEW Championship presented on Wrestle Kingdom, they know for a fact no one from New Japan has contacted them. The only communication has been between Chris Jericho, Rocky Romero from New Japan, to Tony Khan getting the clearance for the AEW Championship being used in any storyline type of way. There has not been any talks of an actual partnership. It's only was about the AEW Championship being involved in the feud between Jericho and Takahashi. So I respect the Young Bucks for being transparent with their fans because, honestly, Triple H, Vince McMahon, Court Bauer from MLW, Joe Koff from ROH. We don't get that type of transparency on social media from executives in professional wrestling promotion. So I appreciate the Young Bucks letting the veil back and just saying, I'm going to be honest, there is no really door opening. It's open, it's closed. I like what Cody said. Cody made it more honest by saying it's open and then it's closed. It's closed and then it's open. He was like, me, the Bucks, and Kenny, we have a clause in our contract that says that we can work for New Japan. We've let New Japan know this. New Japan has not called us. So they put it out in the open. They let it be known. So we know the door is closed for now, but it's cracked at least.
Okay.
So I'm happy for that, at least. Let's hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels what you got to say about the New Japan and AEW Forbidden Door.
Chris G says the fact the belt is there means New Japan is at least testing the waters for a partnership or straight up cock teasing AEW.
That's exactly what I got out of it. That's exactly what I got out of it.
Like, really?
Got a cock tease.
Wow.
And
teasing.
And you know what the Young Bucks did? They just put ice on the balls.
Absolutely.
Just shrink.
Absolutely.
Just shrink.
They're like, don't play with, don't stop tickling my balls. I'm good. I'm good.
Yo, get us excited. Like, what the fuck?
I'm good.
Like,
Oh my.
like,
Don't tickle him.
like shit, man.
Don't tickle him if
wow.
I ain't gonna get in.
Shit, man.
Wow.
So we got to also talk about.
Do we realize that WrestleMania is like only 3 months away and none of us gives a fuck?
I don't give a shit. They haven't even announced it. No matches have been teased. Nothing. The only thing we know for sure, really, at this point, is that more than likely Roman Reigns will be challenging the Universal Champion, The Fiend Bray Wyatt. That's it. And possibly Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. That's all we really know. No one knows.
This is why I'm not rushing down to Tampa. Seriously, like I would love to be in Florida, but.
We'll talk about the Royal Rumble shortly when we get into the WWE news, but
yeah, I'm going to talk about that on
there you
Sunday,
go.
and
there you
WrestleMania has nothing going on, and it's just
it's okay, it's all right.
I don't know what's going on with that brand right now.
Also at Wrestle Kingdom, we had Jon Moxley. He defeated Lance Archer in a Texas Death Match on night 1, and then defeated Juice Robinson to defend the IWGP United States Championship. So Jon Moxley is once again the U.S. champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But then, on night 2, after he defeated Juice Robinson, it was the king of professional wrestling, Minoru Suzuki, who confronted Jon Moxley in a dream match that all of us have talked about since Jon Moxley came to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I know you were hyped for that. I was hyped for that. What was your thoughts?
That was so awesome. It was so awesome.
2019 was Jon Moxley's year.
And the fact that hot girl Summer got put down, like it was awesome. Like that was so like it. Yo, there's certain things that is like you don't know how much you want it until you actually see it. And seeing Suzuki and Moxley is like, yo, who thought of that? It's like, yo, you got like the wrestling minds just really just here. See, that's the nut that I was looking for. You know what I mean? Like the one that I'm not expecting. Yo,
wait, you talking about tickling balls and nuts? What is going on here?
He gets graphic.
And then,
he gets graphic.
Then we got the nut off. You know what I mean? That was, besides all the great matches, that was the moment right there. Was like, holy shit! I can't wait until these two interact again.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100% there.
Someone send me the link so I can see it.
I'll send it to you right after the show for sure. But that definitely got me hyped, and we're gonna talk about that shortly, how that's gonna pan out. A couple other notes from Wrestle Kingdom weekend that I gotta run through very quickly. Goto defeated Kenta for the Never Openweight Championship. LIJ, Los Ingobernables de Japón, won the Never Openweight 6-man tag team titles. Finjuice defeated GOD to win the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Roppongi 3K won the IWGP Junior Tag titles by defeating the Bullet Club, ELP, as well as Ishimori. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Sonata to be the only champion to walk out of Wrestle Kingdom weekend with the title that he came in with. And then the final matches of Jushin Thunder Liger was this weekend. I am very sad. Honestly, when Hiromu Takahashi defeated him on 9-2, I almost cried a little bit. I was like, I'm never going to see Jushin Thunder Liger, the real life Power Ranger, wrestle again. I was very sad, and then you could tell the Tokyo Dome was very sad as well. Like they got very quiet, they got very sad, they were tearing up. If you ain't watch it, it's okay.
The fact that I called him a Power Ranger like 20 episodes ago, I got heat for it, but now you gonna call him a glorified Power Ranger is like a problem. And now it's all good.
I said a real life Power Ranger.
But I called him a Power Ranger when I was like,
that's not
he's a Power Ranger.
No.
Literally like a Power Ranger to me.
No,
like
he's a real life.
his music, he looked like the shit came straight from Saban. Like, it came straight from Saban, the fucking cartoon. He looked like he was sent from Zordon to hit all the bad guys. Like, you know, he definitely is got a command of robot with Alpha 5.
Well, he's more of like a real life Transformers character. He looks like Optimus Prime in the wrestling version. He's like Optimus Prime in the wrestling version. But I wanted to ask your guys' thoughts because the final four for Wrestle Kingdom weekend, it came down to Jay White versus Tetsuya Naito, Kota Ibushi versus Kazuchika Okada. Coming out of Wrestle Kingdom, Uncle Dave Meltzer revealed that it was supposed to be completely different. That if Kenny Omega did not sign with AEW, he was planning on being the IWGP champion going into Wrestle Kingdom this year. He was going to defeat Kazuchika Okada at the G1 Supercard in Madison Square Garden last April, and he was going to hold the title all the way to Wrestle Kingdom, where at Wrestle Kingdom he would have defended the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against his Golden Lover tag team partner, Kota Ibushi. and then Okada would have won the IWGP Intercontinental Championship during the year, and he would have defended against Tetsuya Naito on night 1, and it would have came down to Omega and Naito on night 2. Naito was always going to win the double championship gold, but how much sweeter would it have been if Naito would have defeated Okada on night 1 and Omega on night 2 to become the double champion?
This is the partnership that I'm talking about that had the balls being tickled. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, this is the shit that we could have gotten. But now you want to, nothing's open. Nothing's open. Man, shut the fuck up. That door is wide open. As soon as that AEW belt went through that curtain, the doors have been at least cracked. It's been at least cracked. And we got a glimmer of hope to seeing, listen, man, I'm tired of WWE being the top goddamn dog. I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. And the fact that this partnership is actually happening, potentially, this is like, when I tell you a threat is real. And you can see WWE trying to step up their content, but they are feeling.
They're trying their best.
They're failing.
Where you see them stepping up at?
First of all, for the extra advertisement, doing WWE backstage, having a shitload of shit thrown in your face.
Who's watching backstage? That's what
NXT
apparently a lot of people. 124,000 people.
They're getting
you always got numbers,
the course
right?
of the week.
They want to see CM Punk, that's why.
No, CM Punk wasn't on this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they keep trying to watch.
But I'm saying is that, they need to feel threatened, Joe. And this shit right here will threaten them. And I need to see the threat be real. God damn it.
They already feel threatened. You could tell by
so.
them. The moves they made at the end of 2018, you can already tell they're threatened. So
the longer time on NXT, the whole Fox push foolishness,
just them being on NXT, being on the USA in general, is a sign that they feel
making
the
it mad. Come on,
you
son.
counter program a promotion that just started last January.
We're getting there, girl. We're getting there.
Let's hear from the spotlight and the Tru Heels about everything going on Wrestle Kingdom before we break down some of the news coming out of there.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, of course.
On what you just said?
Of course.
How many viewers do you think Dynamite would get if NXT was not airing on Wednesday?
They would get 1 million viewers every single week.
Every
single week. At least they would get 1 million viewers every single week, because you have to look at it.
Because they already did 900,000 with NXT.
They did 900,000 against NXT.
Yes.
On average, the DVR numbers just recently came out. They are average 1.2 million viewers on DVR alone.
Wow.
Most of that is the 700,000 or so viewers that are watching NXT.
Right, so
they watch it on the DVR.
If you combine it, they're basically getting damn near 2 million viewers a week.
Yeah, if you combine their DVR number with their number that they do live, they do 2 million.
We're getting some secret shit going on over here. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Behind the scenes stuff going on behind the camera. But yes, let's hear from the spotlight
and the
Tru Heels. I will get into that very shortly.
Okay, wonderful, great.
All right, Ness says Omega versus Ibushi at the Tokyo Dome would have gave Dave Meltzer a violent orgasm.
Who's that? Chris said that?
Ness.
Oh, Ness.
Yes.
Ness and Chris, man.
That's actually a Chris comment, but I'm proud
right.
of you, Ness. Proud of you, Ness.
Chris says Jushin is the love child of a Thundercats Power Rangers orgy.
Wow. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Anything else anyone new commenting that we can shout out here?
Michael Campbell is not very happy.
George wants to know if you think the Oilers will go to the Super Bowl. George Velasquez.
I don't know who the fuck the Oilers are. I don't know who the fuck the Oilers are.
I guess the
Oilers are not in the fucking playoffs. They're back in Houston, and that team is actually playing the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs next week. So I have no fucking inkling with the Houston Oilers. Go fuck whoever you think the Houston Oilers are. Have no relation to the Tennessee Titans. Tighten up, bitch. We're going against the Baltimore Ravens this Saturday at 8:15 on CBS.
Our producer just spit his drink into his eyes.
How fucking dare you? We are not that fucking fake-ass Eiffel Tower that is called the Houston Oilers logo. We are a fucking sword, and we're fucking Titans, and you're gonna remember us.
Oh, you're the bubbly
in your eyes. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was great. Great question there, George Velasquez.
Unbelievable.
Match of the weekend, I will leave it up to our YouTube subscribers as well as you in the comments section. It's either between Hiromu Takahashi versus Will Ospreay, Kota Ibushi versus Kazuchika Okada, or Kazuchika Okada versus Tetsuya Naito on night 2. MVP, I will always leave up to you guys. It's either Okada, Naito, or Liger. You decide in the comments section on the YouTube channel or Facebook. Yes. 3, I go for 3. It's Liger's last weekend. Kazuchika Okada, the greatest professional wrestler of all time. You heard it here. Yes.
Yes, he said that.
I'm waiting for somebody to bring up a fact that goes against Kazuchika Okada being the greatest professional wrestler. It's Ric Flair or Kazuchika Okada. That's all I will give you. That's the only one. Ric Flair or Kazuchika Okada.
Ric Flair, man. Like, come on, you kidding me?
And then Tetsuya Naito.
Going back to this shit.
Tetsuya Naito became the first ever double IWGP champion.
Listen, we're going to get to the point of that. I just said in the argument and discussion, I didn't say the man would win, so don't throw conclusions in my mouth.
I didn't say
because
anything
I'm
about
just saying, you do it. Listen, I know a sub when I hear it. Some bitch. I know a sub when I hear one. And you threw like a big ass sub just now because you had to throw in the topic yet again after we just went over the shit 20 minutes ago.
No, it's okay. And New Japan news.
Guy, man.
New Japan, a little bit of other New Japan news. Will Ospreay suffered a heel injury coming out of Wrestle Kingdom. Night 1 at the Dome did 40,000 in attendance. Night 2 did 31,000, putting them at 71,000 for Wrestle Kingdom weekend. Job well done by New Japan. Next up for New Japan is
Quick question about that.
Yes.
What is the capacity for the Wrestle Kingdom for the Tokyo Dome?
Well, the 40,000 is considered a sellout before the production. You know, it's like similar to like how AEW did with their pay-per-views. On the day of, they open up more seats due to production. But the 40,000 was a sellout.
Damn near back-to-back sellouts in a freaking stadium like that's pretty freaking remarkable.
It's awesome. A lot of people, I think it was like over almost 10,000 was foreigners outside of Japan, like from the UK, from Ireland, as well as United States.
Seth one of the foreigners?
Baby Seth is still in Japan. Please come back. Please come back. We still need Baby Seth to come back to us.
He's about to celebrate the Japanese New Year over there in a couple of days.
He is. He's going to stay there, apparently. They love him out there. He's a star out there, I hear. I heard he's going to perform on Dragon Gate.
Apparently, he signed a whole lot of autographs over there because he thought he was Seth Rollins that drank a lot of beer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Baby Seth.
That's what happens. Next up for New Japan is New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL Fantastica Mania 2020 tour from January 10th to the 20th, featuring the CMLL Family Tag Tournament. After that, it will be New Japan Pro Wrestling New Beginning USA Tour, January 24th in St. Petersburg, Florida, 26th in Nashville, Tennessee, 27th in Durham, North Carolina, and the 30th back in Florida, and then they end off the tour February 1st in Atlanta, Georgia. Main events for the final 2 shows will be Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi, the team formerly now known as the Golden Aces. They'll be versing the Gorillas of Destiny in Florida, and Finjuice will defend the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles against GOD in Atlanta, Georgia on February 1st. New Japan Pro Wrestling also announced big matches for their New Beginning shows in February. 2 shows in Sapporo and 1 big show in Osaka. The main matches for those shows are Ishii versus Evil and Goto versus Shingo for the Never Openweight Championship in Sapporo on February 1st. You got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Will Ospreay for the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship, as well as Taishi versus Okada in Sapporo on February 2nd. And then the big show in Osaka, it has 4 big matches. It's going to have Sonata going one-on-one with Switchblade Jay White. Hiromu Takahashi versus Ryu Lee for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This match is going to be insane. I saw them live in San Francisco. Hopefully Hiromu doesn't get his neck broken again. Minoru Suzuki will go one-on-one with Jon Moxley for the IWGP US title. And then finally, Kenta will go one-on-one with Tetsuya Naito for the double IWGP Gold. And that's all in Osaka on February 9th. Let's hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels. What you guys think about all the big matches for New Japan, everything coming out of Wrestle Kingdom before we get into some WWE news.
Drunk guy JJ came back from his legal job. He says Okada just produced 2 back-to-back 5-star main events. Okada for MVP.
Yes, MVP of all time. Join me, drunk guy. Join me. The greatest professional wrestler of all time. That's going to be the title for this episode. Okada, the GOAT. Period.
Second most recognizable.
I mean, at least
Exclamation point.
I mean, at least the only thing that I got out of this is that it's been established now that drunk guy JJ is the Tyreek of the Tru Heels.
Oh my God.
He really is though.
Oh my God.
And
He's Ghost. He is Ghost. He is Jaquan St. Patrick.
No,
Stop it.
He's
Stop
definitely,
it.
He's definitely
Stop it.
because
And he just got a job too, yeah.
that third row money to every single show in the United States does not come from the legal job.
If he was
Son.
Tariq, he would have been caught by now. That's why he is Jaquan St. Patrick. He is the real life Ghost, and he is going for assistant governor. Congratulations, drunk guy JJ, going for assistant governor. He is the running mate for Lorenz Tate. Governor.
You know
Tate.
what? I would definitely vote for him. I would definitely vote for him to become assistant governor because you know what? All alcohol prices would go down.
There you go.
All
You're
alcohol
thinking.
prices would go down.
Now you're thinking.
Because we definitely need a lifetime supply of alcohol. Just
Now
saying.
you're thinking. WWE news that we got to talk about. This one we got to get into. CM Punk tells Miz to suck a bloody money Saudi Arabia dick after his Miz mocks his Change the Culture line at the end of WWE Backstage. What was your guys' thoughts on his now deleted tweet? CM Punk kind of getting salty at the Miz for appearing on WWE Backstage and mocking his Change the Culture line. What was your thoughts?
CM Punk's not having. He don't got the same steam that he used to. He don't got the same thing
sit back,
that he used to.
chill
but
out.
That was a whack line.
Sit back and sit.
It just was like, huh? Like, all right, yeah, you sound like a fan.
You sound like a troll,
that did
son.
Absolutely
Mark.
nothing. When I heard it did
A Mark, yep, there you go. That's the best one.
absolutely
Mark, you're a
nothing
Mark.
for me because it was like, dude, that's shit that we say. Like, we say shit like that. Like, dude, like, what the fuck? Dude, you're supposed to be this cult of personality, CM Punk, and that's just shit.
He been gone too long.
Like,
you know.
you've
rusty.
been away from it for a little bit too long. You got fucked up a little bit too much in UFC. You know, you need somebody to get your attention, motherfucker, because that shit was weak.
Well, what was your thoughts, Chrissy?
You need to sit down. A little rusty, friend.
Because I guarantee you right now, because if that was Seth Rollins that said that shit,
Oh.
everybody would have just buried him all
Yep.
the way down to the ground.
This is
that
true.
line was whack.
Facts.
It was
But because
whack.
of CM Punk,
Like,
oh my
it was
god.
whack. Like,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god.
And whoever thought that shit was popping, pop yourself. Because that shit was whack.
Courtney.
Sheesh. Okay.
How do you feel, friend?
I mean, he deleted the tweet. He deleted the tweet. At least he did that. At least he's not Corey Graves.
Troll.
All right.
At least he's not Corey
At
Graves.
least you're taking like the mendable side on that.
Yeah, at least he's not Corey Graves. Corey Graves legit called out Dave Meltzer for reporting
listen.
what he tweeted.
Time to go a little improv here. So just by the sound of your voice, from the guest that's in the background, can I get an opinion of that line that we heard from Mr. CM Punk, sir?
What was the line again?
Just
I'm
pick-
not just saying it again.
Just pick a voice and
He
use
said
it.
he told Miz to suck a blood money Saudi Arabian
Would
dick.
you like a beverage, sir?
Baby, I think we need to go down there and suck on one of them Saudi Arabia blood money cocks, if you will.
Cocks, if you will.
Take that left hand, baby, and stroke the shaft and open that mouth wide, baby, because
Woo!
thick.
This is
Slide
sounding
up and down your
sexual.
tongue, baby, because
Wow.
that shit was the worth.
The worth.
Woo, okay.
Basically being told by the Black American dream, you need to go back to promo school.
That's a little bit of culture for you, baby.
He's changing the culture right now.
Yeah, he's definitely changing the culture.
Shout outs to Glenn Ford behind the camera. Absolutely. So WWE signs Mercedes Martinez, the one of the GOATs of professional wrestling, for the woman on the independent scene. Mercedes Martinez was in both Mae Young Classics, the first one as well as the second one in 2018. And finally, she has signed with WWE. A lot of fans online.
About fucking time. Oh my God. Continue. But Jesus, about time that woman got fucking signed by this company.
I'm happy. I'm happy for her. A lot of fans.
Maybe
online,
she wasn't ready yet.
Martinez had WWE written all over her.
And that's what I wanted to bring up. Because a lot of fans jump to conclusions because the last time they seen Mercedes Martinez was on AEW. She prepared at All Out. She prepared on an AEW Dark episode. AEW did offer Mercedes Martinez a deal with the company. WWE also did offer her a deal with the company. Mercedes Martinez, for the past decade, has wanted to be in WWE. So she chose to go with WWE. A lot of people have been saying, oh, AEW missed out on the boat. Oh, AEW should have signed her. Oh, AEW tried to.
Yep.
Mercedes Martinez made her decision. She made a decision that was best for her because not only does she want to wrestle, she wants to eventually become a coach. So the best place for her is in WWE.
She's getting up there in age, and not for nothing, y'all. No matter what I think or no matter what we think, WWE has a way better women's division right now. And it's not even close.
Facts.
It's not even.
I plan on speaking about that on Sunday too.
It's not even close. And I'm not talking about WWE women's division. I'm talking about Wednesday nights. NXT women's division blows AEW's women's division out the fucking water. It's not even close.
I'm just keeping your same energy of knowing that obviously in the WWE. So it's like WWE's women's division in totality is just head and shoulders.
I don't even think there was a women's match this last night anyway.
What for
AEW?
Yeah, it was.
It was one.
It was the worst segment probably in AEW Dynamite history.
And that's why we know no one remembers it.
Yes. The Nightmare Collective may be the worst act. The Nightmare Collective makes Dark Order look like the Bullet Club. I just said it. I said it best. That right there.
What was that?
I said the Nightmare Collective makes the Dark Order look like the Bullet Club. Yes. The Nightmare Collective is fucking awful. Brandy Rose, I am a fan of yours. I think you're gorgeous. I think you're beautiful. But I hope you're watching this. I hope you're watching this. You do not have to bury talent to be a heel. You on commentary was the fucking worst thing I have heard out of the last 13, 14 weeks of AEW on TNT. Never commentate a day in your fucking life if you're going to be a heel. Because all you did was bury the talent in the ring, bury the whole entire division, and bury your storyline with Chris Statlander. That was embarrassing. And the fact that you're the chief brand officer for AEW, you should be fired for that.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I am all about that today. First podcast of 2020. Yes. I am telling it like it is. Brandy Rose, please watch this. This is a message from a dear fan of yours. Music in the background and everything. Yes. This is Brandy. You can be great at what you do. But you gotta stop commentating and burying talent. No one wants to see you in a wrestling ring, but that doesn't mean you have to bury the talent that's actually can perform in the wrestling ring. Chris Statlander's better than you. Big Swole is better than you. Hikaru Shida is better than you. Riho is better than you. Awesome Kong is better than you. Melanie Cruz, the bitch that you shaved the hair in your group, she's better than you. Every single woman in AEW is a better performer than you, is a better talker than you. Britt Baker is a better dentist than you. You don't do dentistry, but she's a better dentist than you. It doesn't matter what it is. She's better than you.
The takeout lady downstairs.
The takeout lady downstairs is better than you. I went to a hibachi grill for Christmas. Grandma Oscar that served me and was the host at that place. She did a better job at her job than you do at your job. Wow. Just saying. Brandy, shut up and look beautiful.
Any closing words, Miss Love?
No, none at all. He said it all. You?
Brandy, we love how you look. Just end it there.
That's it.
The worst thing you have ever done was try to create a TV personality.
All you became was the black Stephanie McMahon.
This is not working. you are killing the product that you're trying to create.
Wow.
CBO.
I think she's actually worse than Stephanie right now.
There's
Maybe.
a lot of greatness that
And
is
I
happening.
really have like high potential for Brandy, but
I don't need...
exactly. And remember, she was very rusty when she first started. She was horrendous,
I don't...
but she kept going, and she got way better.
I don't need a bottle of bubbly when I watch you. I need an entire bottle of whiskey.
Okay, Hangman.
So I can forget what you said.
That was the worst thing in the 3-month history of AEW. Watch this, rewatch this, watch this again, bury it, give a eulogy, and never do this again. In the Lord of the Wrestling Gods. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah! So a couple other notes from WWE
Not
news
regularly scheduled
that we got to
program.
get back into. Rhea Ripley will go one-on-one with Toni Storm officially at WWE Worlds Collide on January 24th in Houston, Texas. Ember Moon, this is a good one. Ember Moon's Achilles injury that she suffered, that's going to put her out for the next 8 months, was revealed to have been taken place when she was running after Carmella as 24/7 champion. Yes. Not in the ring, not wrestling a match. When she was running after Carmella backstage as 24/7 champion, she tore her Achilles heel. That's hilarious.
No, it's not hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It's sad.
That's hilarious. No plans as of yet for an Andrade versus Rey mask versus title match, even though they've been teasing that for the last couple of weeks.
What?
Yes, I know.
What is that even? Okay.
Sources in the WWE.
Like, we don't know what fucking Rey Mysterio look like by fucking now. Come on now.
Sources in the WWE.
I don't know why he still wears a fucking mask in the first place, but whatever.
Hey, you can look at him, his face on the WCW.
I mean, yeah, he's
vault.
only got about 3 years of footage, maskless, you know.
There's a whole vault of it.
He even wore fatigues.
Sources in WWE report that the outcome of the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight in February is crucial to if WWE will even book him for WrestleMania. And final news, Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion, will be the #1 entrant in the WWE Royal Rumble match at Royal Rumble weekend in Houston, Texas. Your thoughts, Chrissy? I see that face.
Wait, what?
Yes, the WWE champion, Brock Lesnar, will be the #1 entrant in the Royal Rumble, and Paul Heyman has put out a spoiler. It's a spoiler. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler that Brock Lesnar will run through the entire field and win the Royal Rumble.
Wait, huh? How's he even in the damn match in the first place?
Because he can, and he doesn't have any challengers.
Nobody ain't seen him since he won that damn belt. He ain't been to work. Where you been at?
I like to have a job like that.
I want a job just like that and still get fucking
Employee
paid.
of the month?
Yes! And I still get whatever the fuck I want to. Show up whenever I feel like it. Like what? He's the #1 entry. Why?
Because he got nothing better to do.
But he could barely do a match for like
So,
an hour of like 10 minutes is his longest match, maybe 15 tops. He gonna be in there for an hour?
Yep.
Doing what?
Hour.
He'll get to number like 15 or so.
And they're gonna get him out?
Yeah, someone will eliminate him. I love the fans that have been saying that maybe Kofi will get his revenge and eliminate Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble.
I mean, that'd be cute, but no.
That ain't happening. I'm just gonna warn you. That ain't happening.
Listen, Kofi is content with what he is doing right now. God bless him. He is happy. He is being paid, and no one gives a fuck at all.
Just got a sweet 5-year deal. He's
What?
good money.
Like, he
He's
is
good.
great. He's got another belt for another belt. Like, yo, Kofi is living the what?
He's living his best life. He's good.
He got sneaker. Like, come on now.
He's fine. It's good.
All the pancakes you can eat.
Let's hear from the Spotlight and the True Hills
having the
about
second
all
best
that
hot girl
WWE
summer right now.
news. Absolutely.
Come on, I just realized something.
Yes.
This Fury Wilder fight is not until February.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that even mean?
If they wanted Fury to eliminate Brock in the Rumble, the Rumble comes before the Fury.
Yep.
All right, just
Yep.
That's why
reporting
it's
the news.
stupid.
Yep.
That's why it's stupid.
So it won't be Fury eliminating Brock.
That's why we didn't really speak about it at all.
Romeo Anthony Cologne says, Josh Moreira, you really gonna let SP3 bury Brandy Rhodes like this? Josh Moreira says, yes.
Josh Moreira knows
decision.
quality
Best
commentary
decision.
and great wrestling.
Best decision.
I respect
2020
Josh
so far.
Moreiro's opinion on wrestling, so I respect the fact that he agrees with me.
What the fuck is supposed to happen with Brock coming to the Royal Rumble? Like, yo, this is shit that I mean with WWE trying.
Try what? No one gets.
Like they're trying. With
You
the
want to
threat.
see Brock Lesnar?
And
Yes or no?
They're doing
I
worse
don't.
and worse by doing. Like, all right, so every Raw participant now does not have a fucking clue of what's to happen now because they've all been basically eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Because now their champion is in the match. And no one is gonna last in there but 30 seconds with them because he's gonna toss them out because everybody in the fucking roster has to sell to him.
Yep.
And he's just gonna be chilling. He's probably gonna have no sweat coming down from him for the Royal Rumble because he's not gonna take any moves.
Doesn't he pour water on himself before he heads out?
Oh yeah, he comes out.
Yeah,
he comes out with water drips on him.
Exactly.
Instead of Triple H drinking the bottle, he just douses the bottle.
Yep.
Got
Who
it.
is this? What?
Got it. Yeah, that meant nothing. Brock Lesnar in this match is like the worst decision already in a very long year of decisions. That
And not
WWE
for
is gonna
nothing,
have to
Royal
make.
Rumble should be like the like
Yo, have
plat
you
like.
not looked forward to the Royal Rumble?
Yo, like
last
that's
2-3
what I'm saying.
years?
Like Royal Rumble has such
I like the Royal Rumble we went to in
Right,
Philly.
that's what I'm saying.
That was great.
But I'm saying,
That's what I'm
That was
saying.
great.
We've looked forward to the Royal
That was probably
Royal-
top 5 Rumbles
Yeah,
ever.
right. But we've looked forward to this now. Like, what are we looking forward to?
I think Royal Rumble is so anticipated as like the show. Like before you get to WrestleMania, it's starting. It's like the what's the word I'm looking for?
It's the kickstart to WrestleMania.
Right. It's the
basically.
Kickstarter. This is what's gonna this is what's gonna set the mood. This is what's gonna set the tone. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's supposed to like give us something for what we. Right.
Yo, tell me
But
that you just
I
get on my
feel
fucking
nothing.
nerve.
I like Brock in the Royal Rumble. It's a new way to create a challenger for Brock Lesnar. I understand the fact. Honestly, if they would have made up a challenger for Brock Lesnar for the Royal Rumble, it would have felt empty regardless. At least this is something different. This is something new. It presents a new challenge for Brock Lesnar. It presents a new challenge to create a challenger for Brock. He gets to have a comeuppance against somebody. Somebody gets to have a comeuppance against him without him losing. So I like it.
Yes.
That's just me.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, of
Sure.
course.
I like what Paul Heyman said. This is your dream match for Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that you want to see in the ring against Brock Lesnar, you're going to see it at the Royal Rumble. I like that.
I'm calling it right now. This is my first bold prediction for 2020.
No, it's not your first. You
Yes,
said a lot of shit
So-
tonight.
No. This is a prediction.
Okay.
I said a fact. Kazuchika Okada is the greatest
no, you
professional
said
wrestler
that's your
in
fact.
the
That's
history
no one
of
else's
professional
fact but
wrestling.
yours.
I
But
said
okay,
a fact
fine.
earlier. This is a bold prediction. Matt Riddle will be the man to defeat Brock Lesnar. He will be the one to eliminate Brock from the Royal Rumble.
And I'm gonna say something to piss you off right now.
Sick fuck.
Coming in at number 20 or below, 15 to 20, you're gonna hear an infamous gong. And that gong is going to eliminate Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble in classic WWE fashion. And out of nowhere, The Undertaker is going to have a final championship match in Tampa, Florida. Enjoy y'all trip, guys. The Undertaker will go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship
Oh my God.
at WrestleMania Redemption Match personified.
Dream match.
The only reason I can't even argue with this shit because WWE
Would do some shit.
would do some shit like that. So I'm just gonna move on. Let's talk about AEW news. So
Wait,
yes,
when is this now? April 5th?
WrestleMania, yeah.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Flair's birthday.
but we gotta talk about AEW news.
I knew she was just like me in Aries. Beautiful fucking people.
and,
Yes!
and Romeo.
Fucking Romeo.
And Romeo.
I am the 14th, boo.
4th.
April 9th.
There you go.
That's
There you go.
Oh!
We got Aries behind the camera. Aries
That's what
in
I'm
front of
talking
the camera.
about.
Oh,
Let's fucking go.
And
Let's go.
And my kids might be Aries. So
Yes!
we're hitting it up. We're hitting it
Woo!
up. Woo! So AEW news, we gotta talk about the ratings. The ratings came out this afternoon about 4:38 p.m. AEW Dynamite for last night did 947,000 viewers. NXT did 721,000 viewers. AEW did 0.36 in the 18 to 49 demo, while NXT did not crack the top 50 in the 18 to 49 demo at 0.19. AEW gets his 10th victory over NXT in these head-to-head matchups. The scoreboard now for the Wednesday Night Wars reads 10-3-1. One tie, three wins for NXT, and 10 wins
what's the win
for
AEW?
AEW.
Yes.
Woo!
Not for nothing. I mean, NXT was better last night, but yeah.
NXT was better, but it was boring.
Right? Because I feel like
It was fucking
but
boring.
both of them be like draw. Like it's like
This was the weakest week for the Wednesday Night Wars. Both
I
shows
swear, like-
were weak. NXT was boring, and AEW had a lot of bad segments. I would say
like the middle of. I feel like both middle shows be like, oh fuck.
the
like,
AEW women's segment was probably the worst segment in AEW Dynamite history. The
Dynamite AEW
I would
women's
say-
division is trash in itself. So.
Well, you got to save some of that for Sunday.
Yeah,
You're going to
okay.
go in on Sunday. I'll leave your rant for Sunday.
Okay.
Christopher Daniels versus Sammy Guevara was kind of a weak match with the interference at the end. But other than that, it was a good to solid show for AEW. NXT had a really good matchup with the Fatal 4-Way main event to end the show for the number one contendership.
yes.
It had a pretty good matchup to start the show with the 6-woman tag team match. Everything else was fucking boring, including the most boring Undisputed Era match in the history of Undisputed Era with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus Gallus. Gallus, please, dear God, I hope they lose the NXT UK tag team titles this week because they are fucking boring.
I'm about to say not for nothing. I was like, what? Who? What? Why? Who are they? Like they have no potential. Like nothing draws me to them.
They can't play baby faces, that's for sure. They played the baby faces in that match, and that whole match was boring and too long. That's what I would say.
Do you see how normal SP becomes when we stop talking about The Undertaker?
Well, let's see JJ's face when I say Kazuchika Okada, the greatest professional wrestler
have a problem
of
with
all
Okada.
time.
I don't have a problem
Of
with
all
Okada.
time. The use
fuck?
of the AEW title at
you gonna say
Wrestle
something
Kingdom
like Baron Corbin or
was
something?
approved by Tony Khan following a pitch from Le Champion, Chris Jericho, and New Japan Pro Wrestling commentator Rocky Romero. As of now, there are no further talks in regards to a partnership with New Japan and AEW from the AEW side. Reports from AEW has said that Tony Khan is considered the driving force for the creative. So a lot of people have been asking questions that maybe AEW needs a creative team, maybe not, I don't know. But Tony Khan is the driving force for the company, playing the role of Vince McMahon being the deciding factor for most storylines with AEW. ROH news. Top Guy JJ's favorite topic. ROH announces that Supercard of Honor will return for WrestleMania weekend in Tampa. Jeff Cobb.
Please come back.
Jeff Cobb is no longer under contract for ROH. He is now working per date with the company, and ROH has officially re-signed Dragon Lee, the current ROH World Television Champion, and ROH World Champion PCO is finalizing a deal to re-sign with the company.
Holy shit.
NWA.
The realest comment.
We'll get to it very shortly. I just want to finish off the news.
Yeah,
MLW and NWA news. NWA announces a new show called Girl Power that's coming soon to their YouTube channel. Scott Steiner appears on NWA Power as the third man for Team Aldis that will verse Team Morton in a few weeks with special stipulations.
He's done with ROH.
Showtime, big news. Showtime is actually interested in MLW. They're interested in picking up MLW and having them on Showtime. And Mark Adam Haggerty, our co-host for Tru Heel Heat 58, he has officially signed with MLW, and he will be their current ring announcer coming forward for MLW 0 Hour, as well as all the other shows for MLW this year. Congratulations to Mark Adam Haggerty. No one deserves it better. He was one of our best co-hosts that we ever had for Tru Heel Heat, so we're very happy to announce that. Let's hear anything from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels, including that comment that you laughed at so much.
I can't wait to hear this comeback, boy.
Jason Michael Campbell says, SB3, I think you need to get off of Okada's dick.
Wow.
Jason Michael Campbell, what fucking Okada match have you ever seen in your fucking life? You're a WWE mark. You said your favorite wrestler is Triple H. You've never fucking seen a match with Kazuchika Okada. You have no right to say that. No right.
Yo, this is like the first time that JJ has not yelled at anyone all day. It's only been SP3. The whole show.
Triple H, huh?
We've been on the show. We've been recording since like after 8. He's yelled at like 5 people so far.
Where it came from and who it was directed to. That shit was classic.
You moron. Anyway, let's hear from more from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
All right, Nick Jackson says solid match till the Nightmare family got involved, and they've done a terrible job of booking Riho as champion.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Chris G says if Matt Riddle eliminates Brock Lesnar, he's getting higher than Eiffel Tower sex in his honor.
Great analogy. Great analogy, Chris. I love your joints and jabroni analogies. So we got to get into what's next. NXT UK Takeover Blackpool is this coming Sunday. It's a special start
Like out
time.
of nowhere.
Yes.
What the fuck? Yo, they have nothing fucking better to fucking do, I swear. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
A special start time of 12 p.m. noon Eastern.
No, who's watching that at 12? Like, okay.
You got nothing. You off on Sundays, girl.
No.
You know?
I have a busy Sunday this Sunday. Thank you, boss.
Well, you can watch it on your phone.
No.
No, not you don't have the WWE
I'll watch
Network
it later.
on your phone?
I have it on my phone.
Okay. You can watch it on demand. It's cool too. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. So WWE NXT UK Takeover Blackpool is a great card that they got coming up this Sunday. From the bottom to the top, we got to start with Trent Seven going one-on-one with Eddie Dennis. Eddie Dennis made his return to NXT UK after his feud with Dave Mastiff, and he's been targeting Trent Seven, targeting him for the last couple of weeks. Who do you think is going to win? Eddie Dennis is the current Progress World Champion. Trent Seven is a pioneer for NXT UK, considered one of the founding fathers. Who you got, top guy JJ?
Yo, so you can have to repeat the match.
You can read it. It's right in front of you.
Oh, you actually went. Wait. So you actually went from bottom to top?
Yeah, that's
so you actually went in an order. Okay, I'm proud of you for that.
I always go in the order. You just never pay attention. You just never pay attention. No, let's be honest here. You never pay attention.
To you,
you never pay attention. You drink too much, and you never pay attention.
No, to you, I don't pay attention to it.
I always do bottom to top, actually. Ask Baby Seth, because he does pay attention.
That's what she said.
Also true.
Yeah, I mean.
Cheers.
On that note, I'm gonna go with Eddie Dennis on this match. It's probably gonna go Trent Seven's way, but I'm gonna go with Eddie Dennis.
That's what I have. I have Mr. Seven.
I'm gonna agree with Top Guy JJ for a rare occasion, and I'm gonna go with Eddie Dennis. Who you got? Tyler Bate going one-on-one with Jordan Devlin. This has been building up for the last couple of weeks. Jordan Devlin is considered the ace. He calls himself the Irish ace of NXT UK. Tyler Bate is the first ever NXT UK champion, and Jordan Devlin wants to defeat him to prove that he deserves a shot at the title. So you got Bate versus Devlin. Chrissy Love, start us off.
Mr. Devlin. Probably won't win, but whatever.
Who you got, JJ?
This I'm calling right now is going to be the best match of the card.
I agree with you.
This is going to be the best match of the night. I'm going to go with Tyler Bate in a thriller. But this is going to be, to me, the best match of the night right here.
Pure wrestling, this is going to be the best work rate of any matchup on the card. Yes. This is going to be the best match of any match on the card. Probably any match on Sunday, because Sunday has 2 big shows. Probably Bate versus Devlin is going to be the best work match. I'm going to agree with Chrissy Love, and I'm going to go with the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin. I feel like this is a big win that he needs. Tyler Bate does need a bounce back win after losing at the last takeover, but I feel like Devlin needs this win a little bit more. This match is probably going to steal. Yeah, this match is probably going to steal the show, though. That's why I said Bate versus Devlin was the best work match. But this match is going to steal the show for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships in a ladder match. First time ever in NXT UK is going to be the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Imperium versus Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews versus the NXT UK Tag Team Champions Gallus, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. Who you got in this Fatal 4-Way match? I'll start off with you, Chrissy Love.
This just sounds overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm just wow. Shit. Damn, this is hard. And it's a ladder match too.
I mean, do you want me to pick while you're
thinking?
While you thinking
yes,
over?
Please do that.
I'm gonna go with. I feel like a big change has happened, but I'm gonna go with the Imperium. I'm gonna go with the Imperium on this match.
Good pick. Who you got, Chrissy?
I like factions having the gold.
True. Very true.
I'm gonna actually agree with Top Guy JJ.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the Imperium.
The faction.
Here.
They gotta
Imperium definitely impressed me because they got a decent match out of Forgotten Sons. Anyone who can get a decent match out of Forgotten Sons, they impress me.
Yeah,
wow, like he's just like full of.
Yes, fact.
I'm sorry, the Forgotten Sons is the worst act in all of NXT.
Very forgettable.
Trash.
It's all of NXT.
They're WWE jobber level.
Legit. Our producer can confirm this. I sent it to a group chat that WWE put out an alert before NXT went live, and they was like, check out NXT. We got Undisputed Era versus Gallus and Imperium versus Forgotten Sons. And I was like, that's not the way to get people to watch NXT by promoting the Forgotten Sons.
They're trash.
It's not the way.
They're trash.
Because I'm not going to watch when you say the Forgotten Sons.
And their leader is Gunner.
And it wasn't a bad match.
Their leader is
It wasn't a bad match. Imperium impressed me, so I'm going with Imperium. NXT UK Women's Championship is on the line. It's going to be Kaylee Ray defending against Toni Storm. And yes, the greatest match in professional wrestling. Both cheeks of Toni Storm. Yes, Okada and Omega, as I call it. Toni Storm versus Piper Niven in a triple threat match. Who you got? Chrissy Love, I'll start off with you.
Tony.
You going with Tony? Tony to regain the title? Who you got, Top Guy JJ?
I feel as if I'm going to go with Kaylee Ray to retain her championship. It's going to be a really, really good match, and this is going to give, I think, Piper Niven a lot of exposure that she has been deserving to have for a long time. But I think Kaylee actually comes out on top.
I'm going to go with Piper in this one. I'm going to go with Piper Niven to get the big victory here and win the UK Women's Championship. I want to lean towards Kaylee Ray because I feel like her reign can go a little bit longer. But I feel like Piper Niven needs this type of spotlight and that we need to have a Toni Storm versus Piper Niven matchup for the NXT UK Women's Championship, either WrestleMania weekend or for the next NXT UK TakeOver. I feel like that's the big matchup for the NXT UK Women's Division. So finally, it's the main event. WWE UK Championship is on the line as the champion, Volta, will defend against the leader of Gallus, Joe Coffey. Who you got? Gallus versus Imperium. Joe Coffey, he's the man that got the shot at the NXT UK Championship back at NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool 1. So he gets his second ever title shot. This is a big opportunity for him.
I'm going to go with him.
You're going to go with Joe Coffey? That's a bold pick. Bold prediction. I like it. Who you got, top guy, JJ?
I do like when he come out, he just stands there and just,
It's not a...
Right.
Definitely was not a prediction. That was a spoiler. There's no fucking way the NXT UK Championship is going to be represented by anybody else other than Volta.
Yes,
in Tampa, Florida.
I'm sick of people calling him Walter. His name is Volta. Volta. Pronounce his name right. Yes, he is Volta. Volta will defend the WWE UK Championship successfully this Sunday.
A glass of that. Thank you.
Absolutely. A little glass of the bubbly.
Volta!
Volta! And after that, after we enjoy NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool 2 on Sunday, later on in the night, if you're not in Dallas, Texas, enjoying the show live, you can join us in Brooklyn, New York at Love Story Bar for Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, January 12th. We're going to go from bottom to top on this card as well. First off, we got Madman Fulton going one-on-one with UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock. This is coming off the heels of Madman Fulton attacking Ken Shamrock, laying him out, choke slamming him onto the concrete floor back in New York City a couple of months back. Who you got? Madman Fulton of OVE versus Ken Shamrock.
This card is pissing me off.
Right, what?
Top guy JJ, choose one. It's one match.
I mean,
Who is this
Shamrock? I mean, Ken Shamrock is definitely going to go over in this match.
Right.
I mean, he's definitely going to go over in this one. But I'm just saying, this card is pissing me off already. But go ahead.
Ken Shamrock for sure. I don't get it, but whatever.
I'm going to go with Ken Shamrock as well. He lost at Bound for Glory to Moose, so I don't see him losing again here. And speaking of Moose, you got one-on-one. Moose will go against Rhino. Rhino versus Moose. This comes off the heels of Moose making fun of Rhino for his loss against RVD a couple of weeks back on Impact. They had a back and forth backstage during the episode of Impact, which leads to this match. Who you got, top guy JJ?
Son! After all the hard work Moose has put in 2019, he got the fucking match against Rhino? Rhino? Dude has been the biggest jobber in professional wrestling for the last decade. And Moose, match Rhino?
Yeah.
Fucking Rhino? No! I swear to God, I'm going to lose all faith in Impact Wrestling if Moose even looks like he's going to lose to Rhino.
So you go with Moose. Who you got, Chrissy?
I'm going with Moose.
I'm going to agree. We're across the board. Moose, I think our producer has something to add to this.
How often do you get a match where it's one animal versus another?
Exactly. I agree with you.
First, I can't.
I don't know.
Yo, this is an animal versus a dead animal. This animal's fucking dead.
Mooses, not all mooses are dead.
No, but all rhinos are dead. Them motherfuckers are extinct.
No, I went to the Bronx Zoo the other day and there was a rhino right there.
That shit was mechanically driven.
Nah, it was a real one.
That shit was steroid pumped and mechanically driven.
Nah, I didn't touch it. I'm not gonna touch a rhino.
That shit would have electrocuted your ass.
But no, it was an actual rhino. I saw an actual moose. I saw them both at the Bronx Zoo.
And that rhino was old as fuck. Probably the last one around.
Not as old as this one, but hey, to each his own. Anyway, you got another one-on-one match. It's going to be Brian Cage going up against the new Rob Van Dam.
Come on!
Rob Van Dam.
Yo, Rob Van Dam is like 60, son.
Yes.
Well, Rob Van Dam is upset with the current professional wrestling world. He feels like all these new wrestlers are just stealing his moves. They're just stealing his moves, and Brian Cage is another victim of that. So who you got, Chrissy Love? Brian Cage versus RVD.
Oh God. I don't think Rob Van Dam deserves it, but I feel like he's gonna win though.
Sounds about right. Who you got, JJ?
This card is sounding
Yo,
real like
Brian
trash.
Cage
You want me
better-
to
I've
do
only
a-
been through 3 matches.
want
Brian
me to do a
Cage
show for
better
this? What?
annihilate this fuckface. Like, first of all, he's gonna come into the match high as fuck again
I agree.
because he can't perform and some dude. Come on, man, just give it up, man. Like, yo, you were known for your crazy athleticism and your high flying and all of this stuff, and dude, it doesn't look right anymore. It just doesn't look right no more. You're done.
Hey,
Just give it a just come.
I'm
And then one of the
Not
best
really,
young
Dan.
talents in Brian Cage has got to be subjected to this shit.
I'm going to go with Brian Cage in this one, but yeah, and probably RVD wins. But Call Your Shot trophy match.
Unbelievable.
This is Eddie Edwards is defending his Call Your Shot trophy that he won back at Bound for Glory. He won a 6-way match that led to him winning a Call Your Shot trophy, which means that he can choose a time and a place to get any shot at any Impact Wrestling Championship. He will defend the trophy against Michael Elgin. This is going to be a great matchup. Who you got, top guy, JJ?
All right. We're finally getting somewhere with this card. Like, we're getting somewhere. Like, this is going to be a really good match, but I do think that Michael Elgin needs to get that Impact push
I was
that
gonna say,
is
that's
coming.
my pick, Elgin.
I'm going with Michael Elgin on this one. I'm going with him.
Sorry, guys.
Well, we're almost done. All right.
Chrissy, make a pick from the loudspeaker. We're almost done. Who we picking?
He said, hold. Okay, fine.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Fine.
That's what he meant.
Who you got? Elgin versus Edwards.
I told you Elgin.
She's taking Elgin. I'm gonna go with Eddie Edwards. Elgin got a victory in a 3-way matchup against Cage and Edwards, which set up this matchup. So I feel like Eddie Edwards is gonna get his win back here. Impact Tag Team Championship is on the line. We got the North defending against Rich Swann and Willie Mack. This has been weeks coming ever since Willie Mack and Rich Swann won a fatal 4-way to become the #1 contenders. The North has been playing mind games with Willie Mack, basically telling them that Rich Swann is the star of the team and he could be a star on his own, a potential world champion, while Willie Mack has been basically riding his coattails. So the North has been getting in the head of Willie Mack. What do you see is going to happen here? The North versus Willie Mack and Rich Swann. Who you got, Chrissy?
I got the North.
You got the North getting the
North.
victory here?
Yes.
Who you got, JJ?
So I'm only going with 2 championships changing on this entire night, and I'm definitely going to go with Black Excellence to win this one here. So I'm going to go with the Mac and Mr. Swan, because you can't handle this. I'm going to go with them to actually pull off what is going to be considered an upset.
I also got 2 championships changing hands on Sunday, but this is not one of them. I feel like the North are going to get the victory here with Willie Mack turning on Rich Swann. Who you got? Impact Knockouts Championship is on the line. Taya Valkyrie, the longest reigning Impact Knockouts champion in history, will defend in a triple threat match against Jordan Grace as well as ODB. Who you got, Chrissy Luck?
ODB.
ODB becoming a 5-time Knockouts champion?
See.
Okay. Who you got, JJ?
I mean, I've made part of our prediction so far, so I'm definitely going with Taya Valkyrie retaining her women's championship, which is probably not going to be that great of a match, honestly.
I feel like this is going to be a solid
Damn.
match. It's not going to be great in any means. I think ODB is going to stop that
That's
from being
exactly
great.
why
Yes.
ODB is in the match.
Yes. But I believe Jordan Grace will get the victory here and become the new Knockouts champion. Impact X Division Championship is on the line. We have Ace Austin defending against Trey from the Rascals. This is coming up weeks. Trey won a 6-pack challenge to become the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. Ace Austin, who had been targeting before this Eddie Edwards' wife with a t-shirt that said Ace Austin 316, I just banged your wife. Now he's been targeting Trey's mom. He's flirted with her in the front row of Impact in New York City. He's even tried to come on to her in a hotel room. Ace Austin versus Trey. Who you got? Trey's got a lot of momentum after Ace Austin tried to come at his mom.
I got Ace.
You got Ace in this one? She's going with the Ace to get the victory. Who you got, JJ?
All right, so I don't know much about either one of these guys, but I'm just telling you, I'm not picking a wrestler by the name of just Trey.
His name's Trey Miguel.
I'm just Trey.
2 first names?
How much creativity is into that? Your name is Trey, but I'm a champion. No, dub. Ace Austin wins.
I agree with Top Guy JJ. I'm going with Ace Austin, not all the other stuff, but I agree with his pick. Ace Austin gets the victory here.
Trey.
I agree with the logic.
But this one is the match that we are all going to be coming out to Dallas, Texas to see the show live, or coming out to Brooklyn, New York at Love Story for our viewing party to see this one matchup. It's for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be Sami Callihan of OVE defending against his arch nemesis, Tessa Blanchard. This has been going on for months. It was back last summer. Sami Callihan started targeting Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard started fighting against the men, and Sami Callihan viewed himself as the only person who would treat Tessa like a man. He would punch her in the face. He hit her with bats. He attacked her. OVE attacked her, jumped her on a roof of the Impact Zone, in the ring, outside. It didn't matter. Tessa Blanchard lost to Sami Callihan back at Slammiversary in a one-on-one matchup in the main event, a first time ever intergender match in the main event of Slammiversary. He then defeated her to become the number one contender for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship back in October. And then Sami Callihan defeated Brian Cage on the first ever Impact Wrestling on Access TV, which led to Tessa Blanchard winning the championship challenge, where she defeated Brian Cage, Rich Swann, Moose, Daga, among others, in a six-pack challenge herself to get this one-on-one matchup with Sami Callihan. This is Tessa Blanchard making history, becoming the first woman to vie for a world championship on a pay-per-view in the main event. First time ever. The whole reason we're having an all-female podcast this coming Sunday. So, will Tessa make history? Will she become the first ever female Impact Wrestling World Champion?
You want my answer? You want my answer now? Or you want me to wait till Sunday?
I will, Chrissy. For you, I think that's fair. You can save your answer to that question, to this matchup, for Sunday with you and Jenna live at the Love Story.
Because we're gonna speak about a whole lot about it. So yes,
so
I'll take mine for Sunday.
Top Guy JJ, who you got? Tessa versus Sami.
I think this is unfortunate for Sami Callihan because I think he would have been a great champion. But I think for Impact Wrestling, it's like you gotta strike while it's hot. You gotta strike while it's hot. Tessa Blanchard, besides Charlotte Flair, is the best women's wrestler alive. You gotta capitalize on the moment when you have it, and this is the moment. It has to be Tessa Blanchard winning the Impact Championship. She has to do it here because she will probably never get a shot at it again.
I have to close my mouth.
I'm going to agree with Top Guy JJ. There's honestly nothing that I can argue against it. Like, this is the time to strike while the iron is hot. Tessa Blanchard, she won our Tru Heels Year-End Awards for the Best Female Wrestler of 2019. She was my 2019 Best Female Wrestler. She was many people's Best Female Wrestler of 2019 because of how much she made an impact on basically intergender wrestling against men, as well as being a former Knockouts champion. So this is the natural progression. She is the face of Impact Wrestling. She is the draw for Impact Wrestling, and the whole reason that we're having a whole viewing party for this pay-per-view. Like Top Guy JJ said, not all the matches on this card is pay-per-view quality or something that you're looking forward to, but this is the one match that everybody will come out to Dallas, Texas to see it live. Any viewing parties around the world, and we'll be in Brooklyn at Love Story for our viewing party. So I am going to go with Tessa Blanchard to make history and to become the first female to win the Impact World Championship. So, Spotlight Tru Heels, what do you guys think about this jam-packed weekend? What do you guys think about NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool 2, as well as Impact Hard to Kill? And who's coming out to Love Story this Sunday in Brooklyn to see the viewing party live?
Me, I'll be there.
You'll be there? Nice.
I mean, you're all hosting the damn thing, so I would hope that you can be
Anything
there.
from the comments, Romeo, our great producer.
Okay, we got a lot of comments about both pay-per-views. Nick Jackson says it's going for Baby Balor, a.k.a. Devlin. John Paul Martin says Eddie Dennis and Devlin need to win. It gives Dennis more visibility. Devlin creates a fresh matchup.
Yeah, that's called smart wrestling minds.
Drunk Guy JJ says Imperium winning will go good for them facing Undisputed Era at Worlds Collide.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Chris G says the best part about RVD is he gets to get high with his 2 girlfriends.
Absolutely.
He's got a whole family. He's got 2
Absolutely.
girlfriends. He got 2 girlfriends at home.
And I will not read his other comment about comparing Rhino's gore to Charlotte Flair's. Stupid comment.
Actually,
that will not get read.
Actually, Charlotte Flair's spear is a whole lot better than Rhino's last.
Oh, come on. The gore is the greatest spear of all
Did you
time.
see his last gore?
Nah,
That's what he's talking about.
I haven't seen anything.
Some real old man shit.
Well, better than Charlotte. I don't know.
Wow.
Hey, teach his
What?
own. What? Teach his own, I guess.
Oh my God! What?
I don't know. So we gotta plug our lineup for this week. Right now on our YouTube channel, you can see the latest edition of SmackDown with the Lynches. So yeah, they were reviewing the January 3rd, 2020 edition of the WWE SmackDown. Chrissy Love, like anything you want to tell them? Maybe about the ending?
Oh my God!
That's probably my favorite show of the entire Tru Heel Heat series. Romeo Report is actually a very, very close second.
Romeo Report is definitely our most popular,
But, I mean,
along
can't
with
beat
SmackDown
family,
with the
man.
Lynches.
You cannot beat family.
Absolutely.
I mean, the whole ending was like, it was.
Sorry, I don't have adorable children.
Yeah, we haven't been able
Listen,
to create
I
the
mean-
2 specimens that she has in between us yet. We haven't done that yet. But
You
The
can,
fact that my son knew how to make the cards go like this, I'm like, where did you learn that from? I don't know. And he's like, he's making it rain. And I'm like, what?
They steal the show and her reaction steal the home.
absolutely. It's like a dual whip.
Please send us merch. We'll gladly wear whatever you send us. So
Exactly.
we had on
Families
white
need to
tees on Sunday.
I mean, you gotta send sizes and stuff.
Okay, we'll put.
Hit us in the comment section.
Yes,
We'll give you sizes.
Medium.
And everything.
for men. Myself, if it's a men's size, I will smalls. If it's females, medium. Kids, large and a small. So
There you go.
there you go.
All right.
Anything else from the spotlight in the Tru Heel?
Yes. Ron Williams says regarding Tessa versus Sammy, I don't want to see that shit.
Oh.
Everyone is not a fan of that intergender fighting bull.
Who said
Shit
this?
shouldn't even be allowed. Shit is a stupid idea.
Ron Williams with the heated opinion.
Okay.
He felt strongly about that
So-
shit. He don't want to see that bull.
So
You know what?
So if Tessa beats the man, does that make her the man?
That makes her the man.
That makes her the
But
man.
you know what?
Officially.
It's like, I get what Ron is saying, but that's like you get to a point where there's a person that makes it believable. Tessa Blanchard makes it feel believable. Like she's that tough. Like you can see it. It's like if I'd have seen anybody else. Let me see fucking Carmella or Mandy Rose or Rio or Brandy. I would be like, this is dog shit. This is straight dog shit.
How do you put him in the ring with Tessa?
This is dog shit. So that's what I'm gonna say to him.
Yeah, that plays
is
out.
that if you end up getting in a wrestling ring with Tessa Blanchard, she would manhandle your ass and you won't even have to sell it.
Maybe she'll take your opinion.
You won't even have to sell it. Like, you gotta understand that there's some people that is that rare in talent and being that rare of a specimen is that it actually can be done. The only other women in the sport of professional wrestling right now that can probably do that would be a Charlotte Flair. Or possibly Shayna Baszler.
Or Nyla Rose.
Possibly, yeah. I mean.
Listen, you can't say
she's been on both sides, you know what I mean?
Ronda, our Lord and Savior,
Ronda trying to create babies right
UFC
now.
Hall of
Oh
Famer.
my
Trying to
God!
create
Why,
babies right
Romeo?
now.
Why?
But what I'm saying is that there's
Surprise
certain ones that makes it believable. So there's that line, but Tessa is beyond it. Charlotte is beyond it. Shayna is beyond it. There's ladies that are crossing the threshold to make it look like it will definitely be super competitive on both sides.
There's no Andy Kaufman in this paper.
I agree with that.
That is the best explanation that I can give to you. Any comeback besides that, I'm telling you, you're going to get thrashed.
You can also check out on our YouTube channel our latest Joints and Jabronis, Going Raw with Drunk Guy JJ, and my top my top 10 matches of 2019.
No.
What happened?
These comments just get funnier and funnier.
Well, go ahead, read it. Read it.
My man Chris, I'm telling you, when we get together, margaritas on me, I swear to God. So my man Chris said Ron Williams must get beat at home by his wife. Yo, if you don't comment by the end of the show, that comment is either true or it stings like hell.
Wow.
Jesus.
Anyway, yes, my top 10 matches of 2019 is up on our YouTube channel as well. We have up tomorrow will be my top 10 wrestlers of the decade from 2010 to 2019. God. And yes,
we already know who's number one.
You know who's number one. And I will return with more news for you this coming weekend with the return of the 3 count with SP3. I don't know. Don't ask. And don't forget, this Sunday
this is for my boys.
I love you.
That was in the Fantasy Football League of 2019 of FTK International, where I have defeated the man behind the camera, which had the greatest record in fantasy history of our league. And this guy is the champion.
I'll take your hand.
Of the world!
But yes, this Sunday we will be back with Tru Heel Heat 60 Ladies Revolution, hosted by Miss Chrissy Love and Mixed Tag Show's own Jenna Bebe. They're talking about everything ladies wrestling and previewing Impact Hard to Kill with Sami Callihan versus Tessa Blanchard. Facebook, you can follow the Tru Heel's group page, as well as Tru Heel Heat. Like and follow our page on there. The Spotlight, you can support and like the Spotlight page, as well as the Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Support Dirt Sheet Radio, which is by our admin for the Tru Heel Heat page, Jonathan Escudero, as well as Battle Club Pro on Facebook, as well as Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, you can follow us at Tru Heel Heat. Instagram, also Tru Heel Heat. Me, I'm at Tru Heel _Epic SP3. Chrissy Love, where can they find you on the social media?
You can find me the Sensation Miss Chrissy Love _ on IG or Chrissy Love _ and on Facebook and Twitter.
Choppy JJ.
Instagram, you can find me at Tru Heel _ Top Guy JJ, and simply at Facebook, I am Justin Johnson. So easy to find me. Very common name.
Absolutely. And YouTube, subscribe to the
Wait,
Tru
what?
Heel Heat.
All-star name right there, man.
Subscribe to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, as well as Toxic Talk, Battle Club Pro, and Jimmy Macaram for my Power reviews. The new season is available now.
When are you doing the next episode?
We do it right here, actually.
I see that. Where? That's easy for me to get to. I need to be at episode 2.
Maybe next Monday. I'll call you. I'll let you know.
Please.
iTunes, SoundCloud, Anchor, follow Tru Heel Heat, Toxic Talk, as well as the Four Quarters podcast.
Still do that show?
So, until next Sunday, yes I do. Until this coming Sunday, January 12th, live from Love Story, hosted by Miss Chrissy Love, Tru Heel Heat 60, signing off for Tru Heel Heat 59. That's Top Guy JJ, Miss Chrissy Love. I'm the Tru Heel Phenom SP3, signing off until next time.
He's finally admitted that he wants to be like